Hello and welcome to my channel. Today in this tutorial, I'll guide you through the process of creating a custom scroll to top button widget for Elementor from scratch. This widget will work like a native Elementor widget. Simply drag and drop it into your editor page, and it's ready to go. Additionally, this custom scroll to top button widget is fully compatible with both the free and pro versions of Elementor, as well as it supports both the Flexbox and default section column layouts. Here is exciting news for all viewers. By watching this entire video without skipping, you'll discover a special 100% discount coupon code. This code can be used at my Gumroad product page to download the ready-made scroll to top widget absolutely for free. So, make sure to watch the entire video from start to finish to avail this amazing offer. To create this back to top widget for your Elementor WordPress website, you will be required two things: the Unlimited Elements free plugin, and the widget code snippet, which is available for free to download from my Gumroad shop. After downloading the necessary code snippets, head over to your WordPress dashboard. Here, you need to ensure that both Elementor and the Unlimited Elements plugin are installed and activated. You can easily install these plugins from the WordPress plugin repository. Next, hover over the Unlimited Elements, and click on the Widgets option. The Unlimited Elements plugin offers a wide range of both free and pro widgets. You can freely install and use the available free widgets without making any purchases. Before we begin creating the custom widget, let's first create a new category. To do so, click on this plus icon, then type the desired category name, and finally, click on the Create Category button. Now, to create the new widget, navigate to the newly created category, and click on the Add Widget button. If you have downloaded my ready-made custom scroll to top widget, you can use the Import Widgets button to import it. However, in this tutorial, we will create the custom widget from scratch, so let's click on the Add Widget button to get started with the creation process. Now, let's proceed by entering the widget title, name, and description in their respective fields, and then click on the Add Widget button. Now here you can see that our newly created widget has appeared. However, at the moment, this widget is not functional since we have not added any code to it yet. To add the required codes and functionality, click on the three dots next to the widget you just created, and select the Edit in New tab option. This will open the widget editor in a new tab, where we can begin customizing and adding the necessary code to make our scroll to top widget fully functional. From this point on, you can customize various aspects of the widget in the General tab. Here, you can edit the widget title, name, description, and even you can choose an appropriate icon to represent the widget. To set an icon for our widget, simply click on the button next to the icon field. This will open the icon library, allowing you to search and select the icon that best fits your widget. Once you have configured the basic settings for the widget, we can proceed to add the essential HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code to enable the scroll to top functionality. To add the required HTML code, switch to the HTML tab, then delete the default text from this field, and then paste copied HTML code snippet from the downloaded file. Next, switch to the CSS tab, and then paste the copied CSS code snippet from the widget CSS file. After that, switch to the JavaScript tab, and then paste the copied JavaScript code snippet from the downloaded file. Finally, switch to the JS/CSS includes tab, and ensure the jQuery option is checked. Now, we are ready to proceed with creating dynamic setting options for our widget. To proceed with creating dynamic setting options for the widget, switch to the Attribute tab in the widget editor. Here, we need to create attributes for each setting option. Attributes serve as variables, allowing us to store and pass values between different parts of the widget. Attributes enable dynamic customization of the widget based on user preferences and inputs. Now, before we proceed, let's organize our widget settings into various sections for better clarity and usability. By default, you will find a section named General in the widget editor. To modify the section name, simply click on the pencil icon, enter the new name, and then save the changes. To add additional setting sections to our scroll to top widget, click on the plus icon, enter the desired section name, and click on the Add Section button. This way, we can create separate sections for different groups of settings and make the widget's configuration more user-friendly. Now, to create a new attribute, first, navigate to the appropriate section where you want the setting to be located. Then, click on the Add Attribute button. After that, simply select the appropriate attribute type from the drop-down menu. For this example, let's choose the color picker option, as we want to create a dynamic setting for the background color of our widget. Next, enter the attribute's title, name, and default value for the setting. Finally, save the changes. After creating an attribute, you can assign it to a specific part of the HTML or CSS code using an attribute tag, which is the attribute name enclosed within double curly braces. To assign the attribute to a specific part of the code, switch to the relevant section of the code. In this example, we will be replacing the static background color value of the widget with the newly created color attribute tag. This tells Elementor to use the value stored in the attribute instead of the static color value. By the way, you don't need to manually type any attribute shortcodes. Once you create an attribute, its corresponding shortcode will automatically appear here. To add an attribute shortcode to the code, simply select the relevant section of the code and click on the corresponding attribute shortcode on the right-hand side. In a similar manner, we can create and add attribute shortcodes for other setting options such as button position, height, width, opacity, and more. By utilizing attributes, you can make the widget dynamic and easily customizable for the user. Now let's create all the remaining attributes for our widget settings. Now that we have successfully created all the required attributes for the general settings section, let's move on to creating the necessary attribute for the icon settings section. Now that we have successfully created all the required attributes for our custom back-to-top widget. Since the process of adding attribute tags can be time-consuming and repetitive, I have already included the complete code snippet with the necessary attribute tags in the downloaded file, therefore you don't need to go through the process of adding them again. Once you've completed all the steps and added the attributes, simply save the changes and test the widget on your Elementor page. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content and found it useful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It only takes a couple of seconds, but it means a lot to me and motivates me to continue creating useful content for you. If you are considering purchasing Elementor Pro, I kindly request you to use my affiliate link provided in the video description. The price will remain the same whether you use my link or purchase directly, but using my link will support this channel and enable me to keep creating more helpful tutorials. Lastly, if you have any questions or encounter any issues with this scroll to top widget, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I am here to assist you and address any concerns you may have. Thanks once again for your support, and I am excited to see you in my next video.